Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Seth from SpeculatingReviews, and today I've got a video on 10 of my current tweaks and apps for jailbroken iDevices. And first up, we have MobileNotifier, which you can see right here. MobileNotifier is a new notification system that overtakes the current system for notifications. And what happens is, as you could probably see there, kind of a notification kind of takes up the, I guess, first row of icons there, and we'll test it again and I'll show you what actually happens. Alright, so I'm sending a tweet to myself. Hopefully this will work. As you can see here, it shows Twitter, and then it has kind of like a preview for the message. There's an arrow. You can click that and you can either hit later or open. Open, of course, will go directly to it. If you hit later, it'll disappear. Now, one other thing, let me redo it again. Okay, one more thing with the actual notification is that when you get a notification, as in normal iOS, it completely takes up half the screen pretty much, and you can't do anything else. With the actual app, you can do whatever. See if I can get this to work. Now, what happens is, alright, now let's see if it'll work. Okay, what happens is you can actually keep doing stuff with your iOS. So you can see the notification here, and I can still do whatever I want to do with my notifications. I can go into my iPod, do that. You see the notification still there, and you just click it to see what you want to do. Now, to see if you have clicked later on notifications, you can double click, and where your app switcher multitasking is, you can see your notifications here. So you can say I want to check back on that tweet. I can click right there and it'll send me back to, well, I clicked the wrong one, but it'll send me to where that tweet originated. And if you also hit clear pending will just erase everything. So that is MobileNotifier. Next up is Barrel. If you have kind of seen here as I've been switching through my pages, you can see it's kind of almost like a 3D effect, kind of a different, when sliding through. And that's called Barrel. It's been out for a little while now, not terribly long, but there's different modes you can do. I could do Flippy. We'll see what this does. And that, you see it kind of flips it in and out. There's one that's for a cube, and no respring is required if you're switching these, which is really nice. And you can see it's kind of like a 3D cube when you're switching through your pages. But it's really cool. Just a nice tweak for aesthetics to show off and stuff like that. Next up is Lock Info. Lock Info is one of the more popular jailbreak apps that are on for iOS. And what it does is shows you can have different plugins. As you can see, I have an SMS plugin, I have a notifications, and you can click on notifications and it shows you your notifications. I have calendar, Twitter, you can get my timeline. You can also compose a tweet. See if I can do it again. Compose, and you can compose a tweet right from your lock screen. Also, there's email, voicemail, list calls, all kinds of things. And you can also add a weather. So this shows the time, like a 5-day forecast, 6-day forecast, as well as your current weather, high and low. And there's also a refresh button for most of these things. So lock info is very informative. A lot of things you can do on your lock screen now, and you can also pull down when you're in anything, and it will also show your lock info. So Loginfo is a paid app, but it's very much worth it. Next up is Installous. So Installous is basically kind of a cracked app store. So what it does is people can crack different apps uh, and things like that, and you can download them from here for free, even if they're paid in the regular app store. So say I wanted to, go get a game, and it's money on the app store, and I wanted it for free. Say Scrabble, and you can see Scrabble here. And personally, I use this just for kind of like giving a trial for an app. I'll download it for free on Installous, but if it is definitely worth it, I'll definitely pay the money and get it in the App Store, because I definitely want to help support app developers. So don't use this just to get free apps, period. So it looks, basically similar to the App Store. You can just hit download up here, and you'll get, there we go. And you can just select the download by the version and download it, and you get it for free. So next up is Brightness Bar, which basically, when you go into your multitasking, if you swipe, you get your music, and then usually you have a volume control, which doesn't make a lot of sense because you have volume buttons. Now, what Brightness Bar does is it changes that volume to a brightness setting, so you can just use that as your brightness setting, which I find really convenient. And another brightness tweak is called Light Bright. And what it does is, if you hold your home button and then press your volume controls, you can see this little thing comes up, and you can actually switch your brightness by your volume controls while holding the home button, which is another really, really easy way to do something like that. Next up is Powerup, which basically, if you hold your sleep-wake button, as if you were going to power off the device, there's options to power off, reboot, or respring, which is a lot easier. Say, you downloaded the Jailbreak app and you need a respring. You can hold that and hit respring, and it'll do it for you that way. It's a lot easier, I find, compared to using like Sbsettings to hit reboot, respring. It's really easy just to, press the button for a second and get more options. Next up is WeatherIcon, which, as you can see right here, my weather icon, it's kind of hard to see. Definitely looks different. So currently it's cloudy and 50 degrees, and on the actual app icon it shows the conditions. So it's cloudy out and it's 50 degrees, and it continuously updates to what current. Unlike the iOS app that stays on like 73 degrees, and it doesn't change to your actual location. As well as at the top of the status bar, it's going to be really hard to see. There's actually a cloud icon as well as it says 50 degrees. So if you're in an application, you're not at your home screen, you want to know, you can look up there as well. Next we have Springtomize, which is basically an overall app that lets you tweak most things with your springboard. So there's a lot of different, see, you got notification there. But you can change a lot of things like through regular separate apps from the Cydia. But now this kind of combines most things in one app. So you can, there's stuff with your icons, your dock, your status bar, your lock screen, your folders, app switcher. There's so many different settings, and you can easily respring from the app. If you want just one app that does a lot of customization for your springboard, I would definitely recommend Springtomize. It is free, as far as I know, and it works very, very well to do a lot of different customization for your springboard all in one app. And last but not least, Sbsettings. So Sbsettings, if you slide at the status bar, you get this drop-down menu. And sometimes, personally, I'll turn off 3G or data because I don't want to use data or things like that. You can have a personal dock, which I don't have. You can refresh. There's a respring button. There's a power down button. There's a brightness setting, which I personally don't like to use, but you can definitely use it if you want. Let me see if I can get that back open. And there's other things, and you can actually customize this as far as I know, but I haven't actually taken the time to do so. So say if you wanted to turn off Wi-Fi, you can just click that and it will turn it off for you, and you can go straight to 3G. Or you can turn it right back on and it will go to Wi-Fi. So it's very convenient, just kind of quick switching between things. So thanks guys for watching. This is my first jailbreak apps and tweaks video. I'll definitely have more. If you want a separate review on any of these tweaks here or other tweaks in Cydia, please let me know in the comments. I will definitely be making more jailbreak videos. Maybe I'll make the tweaks thing a kind of a monthly thing to show you new tweaks that I've gotten recently I think you may like to use. Of course, these aren't all of my tweaks. I've got many more. But if you, again, have any suggestions for videos, let me know, and be sure to subscribe above on the button somewhere. Comment if you have a question or suggestion. Rate the video a thumbs up. That's kind of hard to see. And be sure to subscribe because I'll be having a lot more videos soon. So thanks guys for watching. This is Seth from Speculating Reviews, and we'll see you in the next video.